Thomas Mizaros has officially left us on loan to our affiliate club, ICA, and as far as I'm concerned, this is going to be important for his development as we try to make sure he is a wonderful homegrown talent that we can keep around for a few years to come as we develop both the club and the nation. We may be the champions of Hungary, but I want to do well in Europe this year. And we've reached the 7th of September, so what other transfers have we done? How have we been getting on in Europe? And how have we been getting on in the league? I've brought in 2 more players, and one of them was Ivan Savic on loan from FK Partizan. He is a player that I'm excited about. He's only 18 years of age, but we can definitely use him to our advantage. I'm hoping that he will develop while he's here, and he's one of 3 centre-backs who are 19 or younger. But the other signing we've made is Bjarki Bjarkason, and he's a left-sided and right-sided winger who I can definitely use as an inverse wing on both feet. His current ability is not amazing, but he could be a good player for us, especially as a backup option for when Zemzem decides to disappear. We are paying him a bit too much for his services, but I thought, you know what, for a backup and someone that we're looking to bring in, he's not bad. An Icelandic international as well, so he's got the international experience to help us out with any European games. We brought in Como, so perhaps not the best example of bringing in players for international experience, but I thought to myself, you know what, this guy is not bad at all. We did pay £160,000 for his services, mind you, so perhaps I did overspend a little bit, but I don't think it's the end of the world or the worst signing I could have made. If I can make a profit from this guy later down the line, along the lines of 250,000 to 247,000, then happy days. We've done a good job. But why did I make these signings? Well, Lenny Joseph was sold for 130,000 to Israel. He was not amazing last year. 6 goals in 32 league appearances with an average rating of a 6.67. As far as I'm concerned, that's not good enough. He's actually got 2 goals and an assist in his first 4 matches for Israel, but has still got an average rating of a 6.45, which makes me wonder what on earth he's doing over there. Lazic has gone out on loan to the 2nd tier of Hungarian football, so perhaps not the best signing in the world, but he was concerned about being replaced by Serge Aurier, and I thought, you know what? When this team came in for a loan bid, I'm going to accept it. Mike has officially left us for his new club. The fact we managed to get a profit of about £27,000 is not bad. He's now playing in Norwegian football. He's got 4 goals in 4 games in the 2nd tier. So clearly, he's found his level. But those were all the signs we've made in and out, and the fact we've made £1.3 million in profit from our sales, mostly from our goalkeeper being sold, is a good sign. Fun fact, Lubet Fink has actually played in League 1 for Lille. He got a 6.1 average rating, having conceded 2 goals and saved just 1 shot, so it's not the best of starts for him, is it? I'm starting to think I might have gotten the better end of this deal, despite the fact he was our best goalkeeper last year, and one of the best players in the club. But that's just me. Either way, we've had a load of matches since we last met, so let's go over the matches. The first game we had was against Vasas, and we were losing this game 1-0 early on after giving up this goal. Blaswich not coming himself in much glory here, but despite Farago's first attempt and getting the opening goal, we came back and equalised in the 65th minute of the game. Wilson plays it across to find our new talisman striker to get the equalising goal. Martin is looking like he's setting in quite nicely. I do regret the fact I can't use Saganik as our striker in the Champions League, but can we bounce back and register him for the next game after we beat Sparta Prague? Well, it's kind of hard to do that when you lose to Sparta Prague and get knocked out after giving up this goal. Sefi shoots and scores. Blaswich absolutely fumbles that, really, unfortunately for us. We do equalise, thankfully, on the night, but unfortunately, this was the last goal of the game, and Padaversa with the opening and only goal for us in the Champions League meant that we're knocked out 2-1 overall, and I was very disappointed. So clearly, the keeper's fumble cost us the game, but it is what it is, and perhaps it was for the best we got knocked out this early. Well, we took on Hadadas and beat them 4-0 the next match to get response and to get our first win of the year. Saganek did the opening goal of that effort from the penalty spot. We then make it 2, and Matthias getting his first goal this season with that effort. 2-0 here. And then we get 2 more goals later on. Wilson is able to place the cross. I don't know how he does, and I don't know what the keeper was doing there, but he absolutely fumbles it, sends in with the opening goal for his account. And then we make it 4. Wilson, once again cutting inside, finds... No, he finds Zaganek, and Zaganek finds the back of the net for his second of the day and third of the season in just 2 league matches. So he is absolutely enjoying himself right now and makes me regret not being able to have him for the Champions League. We then took on Flora Tallinn, and I'm going to be honest with you, if I said it wrong, I apologise, but we took on this Estonia team and beat them 5-1. Zemzem with the opening goal of the game. We then get a second goal. Matthias's corner is not dealt with properly, and it goes in, deflected for an own goal, unfortunately, so it's 2-0 here. Boxe gets an assist. Egan Riley scores his first goal for us. No, sorry. Kukero scores his first goal of the season. Then Saganek gets the second goal. Well, the fourth goal of the day, but it's the first of 2 he gets today. Matthias finds Saganek by accident, and it's now 5 before half time, and I'm thinking, well, we could just take our foot off the gas here. Clearly the players did too, because Raid scored and he raided our clean sheet and took it away from us. So a bit annoying, a bit unfortunate, but we still win 5-1. We should be going through to the next round of the Europa League. Unfortunately, we then took on Puskas Academia and only drew 1-1. We went behind this game too, having dominated for the large period of the game at the beginning of the day, but we bounced back and equalised, and Boxe with another long-range effort. That's an outstanding goal, and it was enough to get a single share of the spoiled. But yes, unfortunately, we've not won, but I'm hoping we can chase our fortunes in the league sooner rather than later to become consistent with our league performances. But our second leg in the Europa League came up, and we won by goals in Michael KK with the only goal of the game, after it came back out to him, and he's not missing that opportunity. 1-0 win. We should have got more goals. We didn't, but we're through either way and looking very comfortable. And then we took on Debrecen and beat them 3-0. Boxe finds Serge Aurier, who plays it across to find Zaganek, who's not missing that. Good goal. And then we doubled our lead in the 63rd minute of the game. Padaversa finds Noel, who goes for goal with this effort and finds the back of the net. We're feeling comfortable now. And then we get a third. Once again, proven to be a very good team. Coxes plays it across. It's unfortunate it hits a defender on the line. Not once, but twice. And Zaganek does not get the second goal of his day. It's an own goal instead. I would have liked it to be a Zaganek goal, but it is what it is. We get a 3-0 win regardless. And then we took a Djurgårdens and lost in Sweden by 0-0. And Werner with the only goal of the game. Yes, I can't believe we lost to Sweden, quite frankly. We were the better team, honestly. But it wasn't until the second half we really woke up. And by that point, Djurgårdens knew what they needed to do to ensure they get the win at home. And they knew what they needed to defend in the second leg. Unfortunately for them, it didn't make a difference because we went and won the second leg 2-0. Boxe finds OKK, who gets the equalising goal in the 71st minute of the game in normal time. And we have to go to extra time, but we managed to get a winning goal. Cox is again proving a nuisance down there. It hits Pedersen, who scores an own goal, which was enough to win 2-0 the night and win 2-1 overall to take us to the league phase of the Europa League, of which I will reveal the fixtures after we've gone over the last 2 league games so far. And one of those was away from home against Ferencváros, and we were 2-0 down inside 17 minutes, and we did not look good very early on. Picardi with the opening goal, and when they make it 2-0, I'm starting to panic a little bit, not going to lie, especially when Sivic is getting all that time and space to himself. It's terrible defending, but we get a goal back. No, with this finish to make it 2-1, and then we get an equaliser. In the 95th minute of the game, Wilson finds Padaversa, he finds Cortegiano, and Cortegiano scores again against Ferencváros. He's only scored 2 goals for us. They've both been against Ferencváros, and both times it's to get us at least 1 point. So It's a delightful day to come back from behind to get a 2-2 draw, even if I'm very annoyed with the fact that we went down this route in the first place and we should not have allowed ourselves to be caught off guard this badly. We then took on Furhenvar and we beat them 2-0 to end this round of fixtures before transfer deadline day. Siganek scores the first of 2 goals today with the effort. He then gets a penalty, takes it and scores it, and he's in fine form. Best player we've signed so far in terms of payments on how much we're getting back for him. We paid £55,000 for him. He's already got 8 goals, and we're only just hitting September. 6 of those goals have been in the league, and we're only in second place because Budapest have won more games than us. That's how it sorts out in this league. I didn't realize until today that was the case, but despite the fact we are the champions, I'm confident that we can do well here and that we can do really good things going forward. Siganek has already got 6 goals last year. The top goal scorer last year, if I recall correctly, only got 15 goals, so if we can break some records, that's great. Let's look at the records actually for most goal. Never mind. I've just seen how many goals you need to get to break that record. 66. I don't think we're going to break that record somehow in 34 matches. Even if he's getting a goal per game, that's a record that might be a bit too much to bite sooner rather than later. So that's awkward. At least Blazwich has now got 3 clean sheets. And yes, Skalanis has some games, and he's upset with the fact he's not getting as many games because he wants to get into the Finland national team, which is awkward since he knows he's a backup. Yeah, he literally signed to me as a backup goalkeeper, so maybe he's not realising what he signed up for, which is very awkward, but what can you do? He has played 3 times for us so far this year, though. Not been amazing in the league, but the 2 Europa League games he's been fine. Speaking of the Europa League, we got some money. £85,000 for winning in the playoff, and then £2.91 million for qualifying for the league phase of the Europa League. And these are our fixtures, and some of the teams you're going to recognise very quickly. Juventus and Nice are the 2 big ones for me. Besiktas, also difficult, but there are some winnable games in here. And the first of which is going to be the next game we play, but I won't be doing any of these games live. Mostly because I want to get through the season quickly enough. But yeah, there's some definite winnable games here. The top 2 teams, and then BaN and Kukuriki we could definitely beat. Bodo Glimt might be a bit too much to ask for right now, but Juventus, Nice, and Besiktas are definitely teams I don't see us beating anytime soon, if I'm honest with you. I will say the fact that Serge Aurier is apparently the top transfer window deal, despite the fact he's a free transfer and is 33 and declining, really says a lot about what is considered a big transfer. It must be his reputation. That must be the only reason he's considered a top transfer for us, because he's not amazing. He's only considered a good player for this division. I like him. He's been really useful and he's a good mentor, which is going to be very good for Ziganek's point of view because he's going to be mentoring underneath this guy. But it's weird to see that he's considered the top transfer, you know? That being said, I still need to sort out the recruitment focuses, so I might need to start going through some videos and reviewing how people do their setups for their scouting. So we got money at least. Also, we're actually now developing our training facilities, which actually got downgraded the last year, but I never had the money to really upgrade them until now. So the Europa League money's been put to this use, and I have to do this now. So hopefully this will be done quickly, and that our young talent will get even better over time. That's my aim, at least, anyway. Speaking of the finances, we've now got 6 million in the bank. At the beginning of the month, we got to 7 million, so we've already spent 1 million of it this month. Admittedly, that is kind of because of the fact we want to upgrade our facilities and also the wages. But yes, the facilities need to be going through. Some transfer fees that we're trying to pay off are also being paid off at this month as well. So as far as I'm concerned, this is important. We need to do bigger and better things. Also, I might be upsetting the board by not developing players using the club's youth system, which is slightly awkward when you realise I've got a load of youngsters who can develop. If I don't do this, am I going to get sacked? because I have seen someone getting sacked for not doing that. I'm very concerned about that right now, and I really don't want to be, because I kind of think we're better than that, really. I've won you the league. I've got you into the European League phases. Do not sack me over that, please. Thank you. If you look at our talents here, we've got at least 4 players under the age of 20, and in fact, we've got a lot of young talent here. If you look at these 6 players here, they are 21 or younger, and they are players who I will be using in my first team plans. So clearly, I've got the youth on my point of view. So clearly, I've got young talent on my side, but perhaps the fact that I don't have a lot of players who are closer to that might be hurting me, but at the same time, maybe it's the loans that I'm doing that might be hurting me as well, but I don't know. I've got to figure this one out, haven't I? Let's be honest. But given we're one of 4 teams in Europe, how has everyone else been doing in Europe? Because we should document this as well. Ferencváros were knocked out by Stabæk in the Europa League, but got through to the league phase of the Conference League, so they are doing well there, and I'm hoping that they can continue to thrive. Ferencváros were knocked out by Vaduz, which is slightly awkward when you realise they've been knocked out by a side from Liechtenstein, a side who didn't even make it to the league phase of the Conference League. While Debreceni were knocked out by Slavia Prague, which is actually very understandable when you realise Slavia Prague are quite good, and we're not expecting them to do well here. But okay, what I'm going to be doing is ending this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys will like and share this video, and that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. But anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.